Hello, friends. Welcome back to Love Wrestling. Spencer Love here with another individual that I'm super hyped to chat with, not just because of what they've done previously, but what they've got coming up. The number one contender, the Impact World Championship, Eddie Edwards of Honor No More, joining me. Man, it's a great time to talk to you. Very, very excited to have you on at any point, man. But heading into what some are calling probably the biggest match of your career, in spite of the amount of big matches you've had, is pretty great. So thank you for taking the time this morning, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you having me on, man.
You and I both. Thank you. The only thing that, maybe I don't want to kick this off with, but how are you feeling after week 1 of the NFL season?
Damn it. Goodbye. I said there's going to be nothing controversial here. Damn it. No, it's only week 1. It's just the start. We'll go from here. We'll see what happens. Make adjustments. Let's go. That's all we can do.
Absolutely, man. Well, hopefully a better result for you on October 7th, heading into Bound for Glory, taking on Josh Alexander for a title that you've already won twice, but for the most part in your 2 previous wins under very different circumstances. This time you're heading in sort of a little more mean, for lack of a better way to put it. You've got Honor No More by your side. How are you feeling heading into it? How are you maybe approaching this one differently than you have in the past for championship matches?
I mean, I'm feeling great right now going into this. I feel like, Honor No More as a whole, we have some great momentum going in, to Victory Road coming up, which is that momentum will carry us on to Bound for Glory, and Bound for Gold is what I say. OGK, they just won the tag titles and looking forward to add some more gold to us. But I feel like, we're really hitting our stride right now. We're really in the zone. And every time we get in there, whether it's together or individually, I feel like we've all been stepping it up each and every week, each and every time we get in the ring. And I'm confident that's going to continue until Bound for Glory, where I'll go out there and I will become the Impact World Champion for the 3rd time.
Obviously, there's like the tangible visual difference in what you're doing right now, but maybe mentally, how are you feeling going into it? Again, it's a different set of circumstances than you previously challenged for the title before. And there's a lot of parallels, even in the way that Josh won the championship initially. So how are you going into this one mentally?
Like you said, it is very different. My game plan, the way I go about, business inside and outside the ring has changed since the last time. And, for me, I feel like this is what I needed. This is what I need to win that title for the 3rd time and keep that title for a prolonged period of time. That's the goal, is to win that gold and hold on to it. Where, last time I won, I held it on for a couple months and unfortunately lost it. But, this go around, I'm confident that I can go in and win that title and then hold on to it for myself and for, Honor No more importantly. But I'm feeling good. It's all about the game plan going in. And of course, I'm watching everything that's going on. I'm watching Josh go out there and absolutely kill it in that ring. There's no denying. I've never once tried to deny that Josh is not a world champion. He just doesn't have, the same views that myself and Honor No More have. But he goes out there and he's been having amazing matches. He's proving why he is the world champion. But that's why my goal is to go in there with them, our first time ever singles match, to go out there and put on, the best match that we can for myself and for Josh and for Impact Wrestling. And, but to go out there and win that title and then go on from there.
Now, obviously, I don't need to tell you, man, but like Josh Alexander is one of, if not the best technical wrestlers in the world. And you're certainly a great technical guy yourself. Everybody has recently talked about maybe transitioning over into a little bit of a more mean, aggressive, hardcore Eddie Edwards. But going into this, do you see it as a bit of maybe a return to your roots? Or are you going to go in with, again, the same sort of game plan you've had in the last little bit? Or is it maybe adapt to what Josh Alexander does a little bit?
For myself, I think it's the story of basically everything that I've gone through in my career has obviously led to this moment, to Bound for Glory. And that means everything that I've been through from, starting out as just a regular technical wrestler to going to Japan for Pro Wrestling Noah and learning some of the strong style. And, I've traveled to Mexico and of course my stuff with Sammy Callahan that, put me towards the edge of more of a brawler / hardcore wrestler, whatever it was at that point. But for me, I'm confident that I can go out there and I can pull out any one of these weapons that I have at any point. I think that's the great thing for me, is where I know I can do, technical or strong style, or beat the hell out of each other, or do a brawl if it turns to a brawl. Go out there, and I know, like you said, Josh is one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. He's also a tough son of a bitch. So it's gonna take a lot to wear him down. So I'm assuming, and I'm not gonna reveal my plan, but I'm going out there and I'm gonna pull everything out that I can, because this is what it's all built to. And I'm confident that I have the weapons to go out there and not only put on a great match, but to win that world title.
We've talked about it quite a bit, but the returns to the roots, especially kind of paralleling the debut, the joining of Honor No More. How cool has it been to sort of return to the past of Eddie Edwards with Ring of Honor and some other Ring of Honor originals?
It's very cool. It was, me, Matt Taven, and Vincent, and Mike Bennett, we're all from the same area, from the Northeast, from New England. Yeah. And we've known each other our whole careers. I've known Taven since he started wrestling. Me and Mike, we started around the same time. So for a long time, and we're all very good friends outside of the ring. So for a long time, we've talked about, it would be cool if we could work together and do some stuff together. But for a while, it didn't seem like that'd be possible. Ring of Honor was doing their thing. I was doing my thing at Impact. Things happen. The situation of Ring of Honor happens, whatever. But we turn and we make the most of it. And all of a sudden, not only are we working in the same company, but we're now a part of the same group, going out there and doing what we can do together, and going out there. We're living our dream. We're professional wrestlers, but we get to do it together. We get to travel. We get to, go out to the ring. We have promos and vignettes together. It's everything we get to do. We get to do the ride together, which is a very special thing, because a lot of the time it can be a not lonely place, but a lot of the time you're going at it alone. You're singles match, whatever it is, but we get to do it together as a group. And I feel like it's really led to the creativity for us, and for myself to try new and different things and step outside, that comfort zone. And it's been a cool thing, and to bring it all full circle with Ring of Honor, where I was for so many years, winning the championship there, and to be able to go back now together, like you said, back to the roots with a group from Ring of Honor. It's been a cool ride, man.
Now, you mentioned pretty well everybody, but I would have to assume here you didn't know PCO growing up. How's it been working with him?
I mean, I think it's been the same as experience as it has been for the fans. It's been wild, man. It has been wild. He is a monster, and to see him, you have to have nothing but respect for this man. I don't even know if we know his exact age. I don't know if that's true on Wikipedia. I don't know how old he is, but to see him go out there and risk his body and his health and safety for professional wrestling, for the fans, I have nothing but respect for the man. He's been doing it for so many years. And you go back, and it's funny, I'll go back and watch stuff from him, back in the day, like matches against Bret Hart, and he's doing the same crazy bumps and crazy things he's doing now. So the fact that he's still alive and kicking is first amazing, but the fact that he's doing it at such a high level is really it's cool to see, and it's very inspiring to, I think, everybody in the world of professional wrestling.
Absolutely, man. Now I want to change it over a little bit, because back in March, I believe it was, you re-signed with Impact. I think even at that point, and don't trust my math sometimes, but if my math's right, that makes you now like the longest tenured wrestler in Impact. Does that mean a lot to you?
It does, because for so long, I wanted to be a part of Impact Wrestling. Of course, it's something that a lot of wrestlers want to do, and to be able to have been here for 8 years at this point, I take pride in that, because I'm going out there, I'm doing the best stuff I can do. I'm going out there, I'm giving 100% each and every time. And anytime you resign, or anytime you get big opportunities like, a championship match, Bound for Glory, whatever it is, the company is believing in me. So it's very much a mutual respect thing, where I respect everything that Impact's been doing. They've always treated me right. They've always, given me a ball and let me be creative, give me some freedom. And I'm going out there and trying to give everything I can back to the company, because they have given me this shot. And that's the way it should be, man. As long as I'm going out there doing my best, and the company's treating me right, why would I ever leave? It's a really great atmosphere. I think not enough people talk about it. Maybe it's not well known enough, but there's a great atmosphere in Impact Wrestling in the locker room where everybody's on the same page. We all have the same goal. We're going out there trying to put on the best shows, the best events that we can, and we're all working towards that same goal to just keep moving forward and help elevate Impact Wrestling to that next level.
And what is that next level? You brought that up in pretty well every interview, that you want to be at the forefront of taking Impact to whatever that may be. So straight from the Edwards mouth himself, what do you see the next level as for Impact?
There's no, I wouldn't say there's a finish line. There's no finish line. It's just to continue elevating Impact Wrestling, to get more eyes on it, let it become more well-known, more worldwide that we can. So the way we can do that is keep doing what we're doing and help with the exposure. I want to be doing these Zoom calls. I want to be doing, interviews and media stuff, because I want to help promote the company that clearly I believe in, because as you said, I've been here forever at this point. That's for a reason, because I believe in it. So it's not necessarily a goal or a finish line. It's more just keep elevating Impact Wrestling. We want to slowly get built bigger and bigger and bigger, and get back and get to higher levels than we ever were before. There's some great moments at Impact. There's been ups and downs like there is with any company in the world of professional wrestling, but we want to keep trending up, up, up. And I feel like that's what I talk about when we are moving towards that same goal. We are all on that upswing, and we're all doing it together because we have that idea where we want to just take it to that next level, whatever that level may be. In the end, we don't know, but it's just continue moving forward. As long as we keep doing what we're doing, we will achieve that.
Absolutely, man. Now, let's say heading into October 7th, you capture the Impact World's Heavyweight Championship. Is there anybody that you'd potentially be looking to defend a title against? You've got a lot of different opponents potentially than you may have had in the past.
For me, it's more, of course, straight focused on Josh right now. So to say I do win that world title, I want to be able to defend it. As I've said in the past when I was a champion before, I want to just defend against anybody from anywhere. There's so many great people within the company, within Impact Wrestling on the roster. I'd be happily ready to defend against anyone. You look at a Moose that I have history with, Sami Callihan. You look at Macklin. You look at guys, Trey Miguel, guys that I've wrestled in the past, but, this would be something new where everybody who I even just mentioned has grown so much since they've come. You look at Trey Miguel. He's elevated his game unbelievably. If you look at from when he came to Impact to where he is now, it's amazing. And I think it's pretty safe to say that he was going to be a world title contender at some point down the road. I'd love to defend it against Rich Swann. Another good thing about Impact is there's no, it's not a short list of who I can defend against. You look at anybody on the roster, and I feel like we can make a main event out of any of the matches. And that's one of the good things about our roster at this moment.
It's a beautiful thing. Ironically enough, before this, I was in the PWI 500 and tons of Impact talent in there. Of course, yourself included, coming in at 128. Congratulations, first and foremost. But for yourself, does that mean something? Does it mean a lot? Nothing, anywhere in between? Because you do get a lot of varieties of opinions as far as these lists go.
Well, to let you know, you just told me what number I was. I had no idea. I didn't even know it came out. So that's kind of explains how much it means to me. Of course, it means a lot to be recognized by the fans, but more importantly, by, people that you work with and coworkers and people within the world of professional wrestling. If they respect me, if they enjoy going out to the ring with me, that's all that matters to me, man.
I love it, man. October 7th, Eddie Edwards is taking on Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship. But there's a lot of days until then. So if people want to keep up to date with the latest and greatest with Eddie Edwards and want to know more, where can they do so, friend?
Only on Twitter at the Eddie Edwards. That's where you can find me. And, we got Victory Road September 23rd in Nashville, Tennessee at the Skyway Studios. There's still some tickets available. That's going to be a hell of a night. We got, barbed wire craziness match with Sami Callihan and Moose and Macklin. I don't even know what's going on there, but that'll be a crazy time. And I don't know if you haven't been in the Skyway Studios, it's a great place to watch professional wrestling. So come check us out and watch myself and Arnold Moore on our road to gold, the bound for gold, as we continue down this road, man.
Absolutely, friend. Eddie, thank you so much for the time this morning. And friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're here, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And make sure you're supporting not only Impact Wrestling, but independent wrestling wherever you can. It's the greatest sport in the world. So let's continue to give back where we can. Eddie, once again, thank you. For Spencer Love, I'm out.